I can move that chair too, we won't be able to see anything. Okay, it's 6:30, we'll call the meeting to order, we'll start with roll call. Councilperson Holhouse. Here. Councilperson Bendel. Here. Councilperson Baskey.
Here.
Councilperson Johnson.
Here.
And we have one absent. We'll stand and say the pledge. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I have a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Make the motion to approve the agenda.
I second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda. We'll vote. Councilperson Baskey.
Yes.
Councilperson Johnson.
Yes.
Councilperson Bendel.
Yes.
Councilperson Holhouse.
Yes.
We'll move right on to our business that we're here for. Resolution 2025-135, approving excess size and weight trip permit for homes for Iowa. Am I understanding this is gonna happen tomorrow?
If weather permits.
And the route is, we're gonna move 4 boulders at Casey's and just cross that street, fill in the ditch, and just go right onto the property line. That way it doesn't touch any lines and anything else, and then we dig the ditch back out.
You said weather permits.
Weather,
It's too wet.
we can't get a truck.
Okay, so you're saying wet, not heat?
Yeah, heat no matters.
Because it is supposed to rain overnight, right?
Yeah, I think
storm tonight, hopefully they miss that.
Yeah.
Any rain or a certain amount of rain?
If you get 3/10, we won't be able to get a truck up across it.
So what they'll do is, because it takes 3 to 4 weeks to get DOT approval to move it across the state, they'll park it at Casey's until they're ready. And we spoke with the Casey's manager, there's plenty of room back there. Benton, they left it once for
Over a
a
week.
week and a half.
Yeah.
Just weather, couldn't get it in there.
See, we gotta get the highway patrolman to, they gotta schedule it, so they got officers to lead and follow. So that's the big whole, trying to get everybody's, you know how it goes, try to get everybody scheduled in the right spot.
Yeah, it sounds like tonight they're supposed to, late night, early morning, we're supposed to get maybe a couple inches. I had about 3/10 last night or this morning.
I figured you guys, I had 2/10 at my place in Benton, I thought maybe you guys didn't get any over here, but you did.
They've got 2 trailers, so what they'll do is they'll come drop one and then wait till as soon as it's ready and then they'll go do the next. But their deliveries are all stacked up and take DOT approval to get. Most of these go to infill lots deep into town, so there's quite a bit of power lines and other things to consider. We're fortunate that this one's really easy.
Does the patrol escort them back to Newton too, or are they on their own
No.
after that?
They slide that trailer all together so they're legal width and go down the road. Okay. It's really quite unique to watch if you have to be around to see it, how they do it. It's kind of an amazing feat how they do it. They roll that house off by hand.
Yeah.
What's the estimated time of arrival if weather permits and everything goes? What was the
10:30,
estimated
11
time?
o'clock tomorrow.
They're gonna be here at 11?
Well, I plan on being there unless we get rained.
There's nothing exciting, I will tell you. The most exciting thing is probably the following day. You could stop out multiple times, but they take a day to set up they cut into these sill plates to put on their jacks, and then they've got a skid loader that runs and puts all these different blocks up. And they basically get it off the trailer and then it just rolls onto the foundation. But that whole process takes a lot longer than you can
It
imagine.
takes about 12 seconds to roll it from the truck onto the foundation. It takes about 6 hours to get ready.
I love watching cement dry then.
Yeah, pretty much.
We had 30 people watching the first round, and everybody just like, and it happened 2 days later.
Yeah.
So technically, since they're legal on the way back into town, it's just a single trip, and so a round trip.
Correct.
And
Yeah, so And that's what Diana checked single trip on that, so that single trip is accurate with Diana.
Yeah, so we'll have to update the resolution then.
The other thing is, when we get it done, I should like to walk you guys through it and see what we can do for your community. I think that would be very important. I think pretty exciting for you guys, actually.
Oh, are you talking, Amanda, where it says the permit fee $70? That was for the round.
That's
That was a round trip, right? So
Yeah,
you're looking
it's
at,
just single
25.
trip, and that was the other thing that was in question is the fee. But these are just the standard fees, the DOT, Benton County, all the cities use, they just kind of piggyback on the DOT, the 35 or 70, so, you know, it's, and I'm fine, since this is obviously the first one I've done since I've been city engineer for a couple of months, probably the first one you've done ever. And obviously there were some inefficiencies in Kingsport out with this process. I'm already gonna write off most of my time and not bill it for, you know, so that way the city doesn't have to recoup any additional cost. So if
I
you
do
want-
know that design homes have set a lot of them out, in the addition out west of town out there, most everything out there is designed like
Yeah.
they're two halves, so.
So this is different, they're manufactured homes, these are modular, so the modular is a distinction to stamp it and send it down the road. They're one unit, we've toured the prison, they're stick built, they're big and really amazing.
They really do a good job. I was amazed. I was a little wary myself. I went down and looked, and then I got I met a lot of these. They bring some prisoners with them, and these are non-violent criminals, of course. And they're teaching these guys to trade, which is a good thing. I really think they actually place these guys in jobs. They got contractors waiting for these guys to get out so they can get them. And everybody that I talked to, like that one kid said to me, he said, I'll be 30 years old when I get out. And he said, it'll be my first job. It was selling drugs. And I said, well, what do you think? I'll never do that again. He said, I want to get out. And I said, good. I said, hurry up, start paying taxes like the rest of us. Let's work that. But I really like to have you guys come and look at it when we get it done. And I think you'll be impressed. I really do.
Okay.
I do think, which I don't have any say in this, but I do think $70 is still a reasonable price for the permit, whether we say single trip right now or not. With the work that's gone into this is our first resolution for this, so I feel the permit at $70 is not close to recouping everything. It is the first time that we've done it, but I certainly feel it's a reasonable fee considering our fee structures that we have in place right now. So I'll leave that up to the council too.
The $70 is the material, for this
Right.
portion of it. The building permits were already about double of what bid, and then we brought 9 in. I believe this is a made-up with the ordinance and bringing that stuff in. We brought 9 in without any council approval or anything necessary. Again, the $70 is the material, but I think the process is more impeding future houses than doing anything for
We
these.
had to initially look at the first route that was proposed, and that did, because it was not going to work. And I don't know what their procedure is. I know they mentioned they sent a driver up here to do it was forwarded on the original route proposed, and they were going to take some of those seal coat side streets and narrow intersections. And I had sent back to Dan, I think it will work. I mean, we ran some analysis on our own, because we can model that stuff and simulate it with a 105-foot truck and 24-foot wide and all that good stuff. Even like rear steering trucks, we can model that. And it would have been, you would have gone on a private property and utility pole, stop sign, fire hydrants, trees, and landscaping, whatever would have impacted. So,
Trees are the big thing.
yeah, trees and
Well, and I think
So-
too,
and that's what, when I responded back to Diane, it's, that's when I asked if you thought about reaching out to Casey's, because to me, that looks like that's
Well, you're the one who sold that idea.
the route.
We wish they would have called first. We would have told them we didn't know they were contacting separate for that.
Yeah. So
well,
it
and
was-
just to go back to that, I want to make it clear too, I'm not sure that the city was doing anything to impede your process. When we were reached out to initially, the question was, can you please check to see if the city requires a special permit for an excess size weight home.
Yeah.
When I was asked that question, then I immediately went to the ordinance. The ordinance says that if the same person that we've been communicating with.
So that's
And so
where our
the
schedule
initial-
was, we applied for the permit and then we were renting the house.
Yeah, so
That's
the
where-
initial one, that's what I'm saying, if we were asked the question, it's my job to go back to the ordinance, check to see if we do have an excessive permit transport, which says per council, they can, you know, like issue a special permit for an excess weight. So like, because I was asked that, of course, it's my job to go research that. So we didn't intentionally impede your process.
Well, we appreciate you guys getting a quick council meeting.
Yeah,
together just for that.
we tried to get at the last regular meeting, but Diane hadn't come up with a proposed feasible route yet. So it was, we had done was a discussion topic at the last regular council meeting, but she wasn't able to get written permission from Casey or anything like that yet. So our hands were tied really at the last council meeting.
And they did call us.
They,
So we didn't know.
I'm not sure she's not most responsive.
Because we went to talk to Casey's and it went like
We
that.
ran into that, and I, asked that question, what was the estimated delivery date? And I think we had to ask her 3 times before.
Our first three got pushed back 3 months, so we had purchase agreements in place. So we did that.
So if
Well, we
we,
just want it clear to you guys, we weren't
If we do this
intentionally
again,
impeding. Matter of fact, at our previous council meeting, our council members said, you know, by no means do we want to hold up a process. So then when I reached back out after it, she's like, oh, we're gonna do it next week. What?
so
Then I have to get like a special meeting now.
now that we're all on the same page.
Right.
And everybody sees it, I think you'd be very pleased with it, and now we know who to work with.
yeah.
Those people, and just do it the right way.
Yeah.
There's another double lot, the manager Casey's mentioned, her grandpa owns right in that neighborhood too, and that'd be such an easy route now that we know how to get there.
But it would still be trying to
For trees.
avoid trees, power lines, so on and so forth. Which isn't a big deal. I mean, all you gotta do is get a power company there, lift over the house for 3 minutes, and we're done with that. But I really, I think you people will be very impressed how this is gonna work out.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be sold very quickly. And of course, then you guys collect tax on it for the next 4 years.
Well, there we go.
So it's a win-win for
Okay.
So I guess my only question is Diane thinking that since she marked single trip, that it's 35, because the permit says single trip permit fee 35, that's what we gave her to fill out? Or can we still say 70? Yes.
That's what it is. I think down the road, it's more even though it's when they say, whatever type of reimbursement that hours.
A little bit of administrative time, and of course, any, long-term damage that may occur to the approach. And that's what I'm to the approach. Now, it is one show for a long time. So it's kind of just,
that seal coat. I mean, we can put 6 inches of crush across it.
yeah, I mean, how long is it going to be? I guess it's not very good street. Using the street on the drive.
The street close to the house, which should take a whole lot of 2 minutes.
Yeah, there's not a on that. Yeah.
We have to get as I told the Al Casey's, we'll move your rocks. I said, if we cut it up, we'll fill it back in, reseed it. We're here to do
Yeah, probably, especially not on TV.
It takes forever.
All right, I like watching feedback.
Okay.
You're fine over.
Questions?
No, I motion to approve resolution 2025-135 with the permit fee referred to as $35 for the single ship.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve resolution 2025-135. We'll vote. Councilperson Basky.
Yes.
Councilperson Holthouse. Yes. Councilperson Johnson.
Yes.
Councilperson Bennett.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
And moved and seconded to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Appreciate it. We'll suggest that they email our community.
Oh, yeah.
CC everybody in the process. Give it to the holder, everybody.
Well, and it didn't well, all 3 days were right. The only reason we officially did it was because we were asked.
Yeah.
We're coming through our permits and the city had a special permit. They will issue for a excessive weight limit size transport.
And that, they're wanting to put it off for 3 weeks.
No, as soon as you started this. Yes, no, as soon as you told me that, I brought it to the council, I said, this is not brought to you. It does say this. City engineer done this.
They're spread out. Council wants to fiscal year. Or Madison is the owner of that. This does the plan. Please do that. She handles the scheduling. She just wants to have sometime in the time. That's all she. So they may have already asked it and said, yeah, and charged it. And then maybe they said,
This was social distance. This
So they have to be like.
well, probably after then the state just figured it out themselves.